Hi everyone, this video is about Bob. Bob is an IBM AI assistant that is an assistant that can help us to build our argument as to debug and plan and architect and deploy code and applications. So in this session, we are going to actually build an app. Basically, Bob is going to build an app starting from one prompt to fully deployable a payment application. So what we are going to build is a credit card payment app, and we are not going to just do a prompt based vibe coding. We are basically going to do a end-to-end app development, which includes the backend, front end, everything all in one prompt. And the fundamentals, what we are trying to do here is the spec driven development. So in a spec driven development, how is it different from a vibe coding versus a spec driven development? We are basically putting the important technical details upfront to the agent, and there is no missing of information. So again, we are going to use Java 17 plus for our build. So as part of the building the application, we are specifying it's going to use Java backend. So I'll be replacing this Java 11 with 17 plus and Spring Boot. So these are the REST endpoints, and it's going to use in-memory H2 database. So we do not need an external DB, and it's going to do all these type of transactions. Basically, it's going to have these kind of inputs, fields picking up from the UI. And for front end, we are going to use React, and these are the different form fields that the UI is going to have. And also, we're going to generate, as part of the deployment, a Docker file and YAML file, and also a placeholder for different values. And here is the folder structure which we are going to use. And the lesson learned, it's going to require these upgrades and look for required annotations and updates. All right, so if I just copy this command and go to Bob, I'm going to go all the way to the top of the task where the Bob have actually executed. So here is the input that I have given to Bob to start building the overall application. So the Bob have actually created a to-do list based on the instructions given, and you can see Bob completed all the set of instructions. It went ahead and planned and implemented one after the other steps as part of the 11-step process, and installed it. It in between stopped me and asked me to go ahead and implement some of the options, such as install Java for continuity. I didn't had Maven set up, so it asked me to set up the Maven, and it went a step after this step and it completed, right? So you can see Java 17 plus Spring Boot 2.7 and front-end React plus Vanilla. The whole application is deployed, and the next step we need to do is we need to just run the CD payment app and Maven Spring Boot. I didn't have Maven, so I prompted Bob to open up the command line editor in the Bob's window itself and complete the Maven installation. It completed the Maven installation and set up the application, and then it's ready, available for me to launch. So here is the application available, I can go ahead and key in some details and try it out and test it out and approve it. So here I go. So that's about a mini demo of how Bob works. So now that we generated the app using Bob, it's installed and locally running in my Docker container. So I'm going to quickly just run some tests. So I'm going to copy my MasterCard and enter some future expiry date. So it's a month. So I may have to put 12/28 here and some number, and let's say 300 and authorized payment. So payment is authorized successfully. You can see the transaction listing out in the bottom. So let's say this is a transaction. It has come, and I can capture, and if it's captured, it gets captured. So basically it's like approving. And let's imagine, let's try out another card, which is another Amex card, and expiry is 28 and CVV 200. See, it says invalid card number because I have entered a wrong month, so it actually gave an error. So I'm going to enter a valid year and month. So I'm going to put again 200. Yes, now the authorized, the transaction got authorized. So I can see it got captured with the transaction history. Yeah, so that's how it works. So let's imagine I wanted to just basically refund a particular transaction. So then it gets refunded automatically. So it's refunded. Okay, so that ends the quick demo of a payment processing app, which basically works, which is a clear full stack app developed using Bob, my coding assistant, the favorite one. So let's build something new next time. See you until then.